I don't know why, but I just randomly happened to wake up at 2 in the morning today, and I was like so buzzed and vibrating in my body and energized and awake till like 2 or 3 a.m. the other night. And it's June 30th, 2022. And when this happens, I check the Schumann Resonance app, and it says there's been like a really big spike. And so I'm feeling really energized, and I would like to bring in the Overlight to see what it has to say about this strange occurrence going on. So, we'll see. Greetings, little one, in the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. I greet you on this day of June 30th, 2022. It is a good day to be alive. Well, yeah, it's a good day to be alive and awake at 2 in the morning randomly. What do you have to tell me about this? Is it just strange patterns of nocturnal irregulation, or some crazy occurrence of the Schumann Resonance going crazy? What's happening? What's happening? How to explain what's happening? Well, your world is going through a metamorphosis. Let's just say, it's like a butterfly in a chrysalis, like you're in a cocoon, and your world is changing. And when a real butterfly is in a cocoon, it is changing from being a caterpillar, and all of its cells and its molecular arrangements are being rearranged. And this is what is happening to your world. Time is not linear as you know it. And so, whether or not you are awake at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, this metamorphosis has no discretion about time and when it chooses to wake you up. Oh. Well, that's just great. Well, you tell it that sometimes humans in this crazy reality 3D 3.5D world need some sleep because they have to get up in the morning and go to work and do important things like take care of babies because they're a nanny. Well, you can tell it that if you want to. Tell an energy it needs to not behave as it is doing because you want to go to sleep. Yeah, I know that sounds ridiculous. And also, is it not so too that you are able to wake up at your regular time, your regularly scheduled alarm time, and go to this work, as you call it, and function normally as if you have received a full 8-hour night's sleep? Are you not able to do this, even though you have been awake randomly at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock a.m. in the morning? Well, you're right. I guess I have been awake all this random times, and it seems fine to function at work in the morning. You're right. I don't feel sleepy. Yes. And when your world moves into the higher vibratory frequencies or the most polarized frequencies, as it may be settling on your plane of existence, you will notice that you may need less sleep during the night. And of course, your society, as you have it, has been programmed to think that for a well-being and good health, one must get a full 8-hour night's sleep. But in a society that is bifurcating, such as yours is doing, becoming a butterfly or a moth, but moths and butterflies are metamorphosizing in the same reality as they are on your planet, in your state of being and existence, then when you are transitioning into a state of higher vibratory frequency, you will need less of this activity that you call sleep at night. So I will need less sleep when this energy is like pummeling the earth. Yes, well, not pummeling the earth as you may phrase it. It is happening to your plane of existence. Well, what about all those people that are like, oh, that's just hocus pocus and woo-woo crazy stuff, and those energies and the Schumann Resonance, it's always the same and it's not doing anything. Like, what can you tell me and us about, like, what's happening? What is it doing? Why are we going through this, like, metamorphosis that you're saying? Well, your time, space, and space-time continuum is spiraling into
an energetic zone that is causing the inhabitants of your surface world to bifurcate, self-select themselves into their own polarity. And, well, let's give an analogy of many different sized balls in a container, and at the bottom of the container you have a sifter, and the sifter has many levels, and the first level of the sifter, the holes are very large, and the balls that are very large fall down, and the balls that are very small fall down into the large holes of the sifter. And at the bottom level of the sifter are the holes that are the smallest. So only certain sized balls will fall down into the bottom of the sifter, because the whole size has been degraduated to be smaller and smaller, and these balls are being separated out when they fall down into the sifter. So this energy that is coming into your world is like the sifter. It is separating out the different sized balls of energy of the creatures that exist in your reality.
Oh, great then. So, where is it sifting us to? Like, where are we being separated out into?
It may be difficult for your inhabitants to understand, those that may be listening to this message, but you are being sifted, as it were, or separated into different realities. And this may be jarring to hear at first for many of your people, but know that you are sharing the same container, as it were, with all of these other different sized balls until you are sorted out into different realities. Then those balls are still, they can still all be aware of each other and see each other and share the same reality, but they have been sifted and sorted into their own high vibratory or low vibratory experience of existence in your reality. And you may notice this with the people around you, the people that you surround yourself with, or the other people that you share reality with, that you are sharing the same reality, but the other person is experiencing your world as a totally different reality. And let me give an example of this. So you are going along in your life and you are feeling very happy, you are feeling very light, as you, Allison G, most of the time you are in a state of calm, happiness, lightness in the world. This has been pointed out by your fellow humans, and you are walking around in your world, say on the street, and you pass by another human who is, very miserable, sitting on the street, has a bad smell, has, their clothing isn't very good, and you see them and they are sharing your same reality, but they are having a very different experience of this same reality. So this is what I mean when I say that the balls of light, say, for each human is being separated, sifted, and sorted by the energies that are scintillating on your planet, in your reality as it is at the moment. It may seem like your world is going crazy, but in order to be sifted, it's going to seem this way for a while, until your reality reaches a sort of equilibrium in its chosen octave to the next phase.
Okay, wow. Actually, that does explain a lot about what I feel like I'm experiencing in this world. It's like going so crazy, and people, like, they just had the Roe versus Wade decision, and people are like polarizing about their abortion viewpoints, and there's war, and there's COVID, and like we're in the same world, but some people are like, fervent on their idea, and other people are totally opposite of their idea, and some people are just like, I am checked out of all this madness and I don't want to participate. And we're all experiencing the same reality. Like, that makes a lot of sense. So when I wake up in the middle of the night, or I happen to be awake, that just means I'm being sifted into into a different reality.
Well, yes, if it makes you feel better about the erratic nature of your nocturnal behavior, then if it makes you feel better, then yes, just ride the wave, do some meditating, call upon your overlight or higher self, as those in your light working social circles, as you would put it, as they call the upper echelons of their being, their higher selves, even though we are all existing at the same point, at the same level, at the same energy of existence and time. And at any point, you can speak to your higher self. The scintillating energies that you are sensitive to feeling are very good for speaking to the higher selves.
Yeah, it does feel like when I feel this really big buzzing and vibrating in my body, and I just happen to be awake in them like 3 a.m. or whatever, it does feel like, oh, I can meditate and it's easier in this energy.
Yes, and it will get easier and easier and easier as time goes on and your reality gets sorted.
That makes sense. Thanks for explaining all of that. And I think I've had a very useful epiphany in the middle of the morning, so I guess that is probably enough. And thanks for listening. Yes. Thanks for listening. And thanks for calling upon. I bid you farewell. In the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. Peace be with you, and good health and happiness permeate your day. Well, there you have it, everybody. I don't even remember what episode that was. I feel so naturally high on this crazy energy that's coming in, scintillating into our reality or whatever. So I'm gonna throw this video together later, and it's gonna be whatever episode we're on. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.